everyone, Miss Carrie here from Miss Carrie's Creations. Today's project is an upbeat scrapbook page for those of you who struggle to come up with designs for your teenagers. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use a scrapbook kit to create a layered page design that doesn't take much time to make. I can't wait to share this project with you. I'm working with the Revitalize kit from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. This is an awesome collection filled with artistic and grungy patterns paired with whimsical accents and ephemera. The collection includes these chunky, thicker letters, Filmstrip frames, a grunge stencil, Vicki B's embellishments, and a 2024 cardstock cut. Your kit will also include some adorable sequins. Not Just for Boys has additional collections that you can use to enhance the page as you create with the kit. This month's Essential Kit includes fun chipboard frames, an awesome collection of chipboard pieces that coordinate with the patterns in the kit, and fabric stars. Your Essentials kit will also include some rickrack and trim, which is always fun to use on your pages. This month, Not Just for Boys has added another stamp to their collection. I'm going to create this teen driving page, and these phrases and banners are going to be perfect for it. As I create my layout, I'll bring in a few additional supplies. I'll list those in the description below, along with a link to the kit. The photos I have here are of a father who's teaching his daughter how to drive the side-by-side. I love how you can see the interaction between these two. Before I choose items for my pages, I look at the colors in the photos. The outside of this vehicle is a green tan with mud, and the inside has some red. This solids lime pattern is a great choice for my background. The pop of green is going to complement the red in the photos, and it will form a frame around my pictures. It also goes well with the blue color that she's wearing. To make those photos the focal point over that bright lime hue, I'm going to use a dark blue pattern from the brush stroke pattern paper and create a frame. This color will calm down the bolder red and green. The blue frame helps a little bit, but I still need to create separation between my photos and that bright background. So I'm going to bring in simple black, white, and gray layers. There is a nice variety of shapes and sizes in this pack of film strips. They are translucent, so I won't lose much of the background pattern, but they're bold enough to separate the photos from that bright green. I also like how the water stain prints on the film strips add some texture to the page. The Revitalize Essentials kit includes a slew of chipboard frames in a soft gray color. Instead of pulling these off the backing sheet, I used a craft knife to separate them so that I could place them on the page and move them around as needed. All of these create a great geometric pattern that allows some of the background print to show, but I need to add an element that will take away some of the lime color and anchor my photos. I don't want to add any additional colors to the page, so I think I'm going to bring in a strip of the daily news pattern over the top of a few of these layers. The items I want to layer behind my photo are not covering up as much of the space as I hoped, so I'm cutting each one of them into two pieces to make them appear wider than they really are. I don't know how well you can see it, but I also added some smears of grit paste to my page. I am hoping that this fades a little as it dries because it appears too dark to me right now. I also added some splatters of ink to my page. The black soot ink matches my frames and the other elements I plan to add. I added the same color to the edges of a few of my paper layers and added some distress ink to these with a sanding block. Choosing the embellishments for my page is a bit difficult. I would prefer to use colors that are in my photos so that they remain the focal point of the page. On the left side of the photos, I want to add this die cut with some strips of color and wood grain. This is going to frame my photo, and it gives me a color palette to work with. At the top, I'm adding a large tab with the word "Together" typed on it. This brings in some olive green and mint to my page. To add more blue, I layered another die cut over the top, and that makes the blue color more dominant. After a few moments, I remembered that I have this awesome banner stamp set. This has a few words that are going to be perfect for the title. I have a leftover scrap of paper from the brush stroke pattern. This mint color is already on the page, so I'm going to stamp my banner over that. I am using black soot ink because this is the same color I used in the splatters and on the edges of my pieces. As I said earlier, the words on this stamp set are perfect for teen pages. For my page, I'm creating the phrase "crushed it," but there are so many other options available. When I create phrases with multiple stamps on a stamping platform, I like to start with the last word first. Once that's laid in place, I pick up the platform door and use the grid lines to finish the rest of the phrase. This is much easier than trying to lay all of the stamps out on my paper at once. Again, I am using the Black Soot Distress Oxide ink. This is going to soak into the paper and give this banner a distressed or worn look. I might want to place this banner so that it looks like it sits underneath the photo, so I'm going to stamp an end of this banner over the splatters here. When the two pieces are placed on either side of my photo frame, it's going to look like a longer element. As I cut these out, I would love it if you tap the subscribe button and let me know that you're new here. If you're already a subscriber, let me know that you're enjoying today's project by tapping the thumbs up icon or leaving me a comment below. I would love to know if you enjoy using stamps on your scrapbook pages. As I said, my original plan was to place the ends behind the photo to make it look like a longer grounding piece, but I really don't like the way this looks. I do like how it looks layered over the photo, so I'm going to build my cluster of elements here. To emphasize my "You Crushed It" title, I'm going to layer this Vicki B star behind the elements. The bold pattern on this matches my black and white pieces, and it doesn't take focus from the photo. Below the stamped banner, I want to bring in some more of the blue, so I cut apart one of the die cut frames with splatters of blue. Adding this to the title helps create some directional flow. I want to continue creating that directional flow and balance my page with some arrows and stars. The arrows are going to create movement, and the two stars are going to draw the eye across the photos. I'm going to add one more phrase die cut to this page. The colors are similar to the others I've already added to my layout, and that arrow points directly to the photos. I'm going to finish this layout off camera, and then I'm going to show you the completed page. As I was adding the final pieces, I was struggling with the color of that grit paste. It was so much darker than I thought it would be. So I just took a sanding block and removed the top layer. The layer below was a lighter gray that matched my background. The paste is still there for texture, but it's much more subtle. I also felt like the black film frame was stealing the show. So I created some black thread bundles near my title and star cluster. These create a visual triangle with the frame, and the photos are right in the center of that triangle. The Revitalize kit from Not Just for Boys Kit Club is a must-have for anyone looking to create a standout teen page. The kit offers a unique combination of patterns, prints, acetate frame textures, bold chipboard elements, and vibrant colors. If you worry that the bold designs will overpower your photos, you can highlight your memories by incorporating separation elements and bold pieces that frame those photos, making them the focus of your page. If you're one who enjoys pinning photos to inspiration boards, I've added still shots of this layout on the Not Just for Boys Kit Club blog and on my website for you to use. If you would like more ideas for using this kit, you can join the Not Just for Boys Kit Club community on Facebook and see even more designs. I want to thank you for joining me for another scrapbook project. If you have any questions about the project or supplies listed below, feel free to post that in the comments. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I can't wait to see what you create.